And we're back with the replacement XJ. Busted XJ, good XJ. Let's take a look. But first, what happened? Well, it was nothing like I sent it, fellas. That's not really me. It was just a boring, I was on my way to work, sitting at a red traffic light. No idea why the lady was distracted, but she was. And she came right into the back of me. Let's take a look. She specifically hit this corner in the rear end collision, and it tweaked this bumper, pushed this fender and quarter panel in. On the inside, the floorboard is bowed up, and the unibody frame rail is bent, like severely bent. If I can get a better angle on that. It's bent, pushed together so much that the 2 points of contact for the leaf spring have gotten closer, which then makes the leaf spring bow down further, and that's what's kind of cocked the corner of the Jeep up. And then the hardest part is this bumper, since it's tweaked this corner. This latch, I mean, this part's replaceable, this silver part's replaceable, but this is supposed to dead stop onto this. Like when it comes to right here, it'll go dunk, and these two surfaces meet perfectly. And now it's tweaked and out of alignment, so it doesn't meet anymore. So hoping that when I get to that point, I can figure out how it's bent and figure out a way to rig something up to bend it back or bend it this way. Not quite sure how it's tweaked. And keep using it. Let's do a quick walk around of the busted TEXJ. Of course, ARB front bumper, worn winch, KC lights, under the hood, the WJ power steering pump upgrade. I've got an extra fuse panel to run things like the GMRS and stuff inside the cab. I've got, it's hard, maybe you can see it right here, this weird looking, it's basically a tiny radiator. It's called a heat extractor, and essentially on the bottom here, 2 of your coolant hoses run through the bottom part to heat this up, and then you run fresh water through these top hoses. So essentially there's a coolant bypass from the heater core through this, and then through the heater core and back into the motor. And that's for the camp shower I've got. So that runs off of like a 7-gallon water jug, and you just plumb this into that and circulate the water jug till it's nice and warm, and then you've got a nice warm shower. So all that plumbing's got to get moved over. I was gifted the ARB vent lines for axles, transfer case, and all that kind of stuff. I've struggled with those plastic lines, though. They seem to melt if they get too close to things. So when I redo all of that, I will probably use a different line for that. Let's see. Of course, underneath, I've got cab fab steering, did the WJ knuckle swap, the brake upgrade, and I've got the Durango gearbox. And of course, the whole thing sits on I think a 4-inch lift from Rubicon Express. I think it was their Flexi one or something. I forget what it was. That was many, many years ago. So, I don't know. This whole axle may get moved over. Might be the easiest thing. But that's all got to get moved. Going down the side. Let's see. Going down the side, of course, I've got fender flares, rock sliders, Otherwise it looks pretty stock. Got the JL Rubicon rims, brand new tires. They have like 10,000 miles on them. Underside, I don't remember if this was a ZJ or WJ skid plate, but it only took a little bit of modifying of that one kick down to get it to work, and it's worked great. I've hit it on a couple of things. I did the, if you can get SYE, the transfer case, on the transfer case as well. It's coming out. I actually have the low car cable transfer case system. Yeah, off the top of my head, I think that might be it. Underside. In the back, it'll be a pretty easy swap. Mostly just this camping box I made for the fridge. There is some wiring that's involved for this. I do have LED lights kind of running along the inside here, a little switch over here, so that at night this all illuminates really nicely. I don't know if this bumper is going to be savable. The hit was right here on the corner and it's tweaked this, and so the latch mechanism just doesn't work anymore. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But I really I'll have to make this again if I can't get it to bend back, because this is a fold down table, which makes this whole setup kind of the camp kitchen in the back, and it's really good actually. This if I remake this bumper, I'll end up doing some major changes, because this originally was for a gas can, and then I don't know, it's the United States. There's a gas station every 5 miles, it seems like. There are remote places that you would need a gas can, and I just guess I haven't come to those places yet. So I converted this to a propane tank holder, and this holds like a 10-pound propane tank right here, which makes it super handy to run the line right down to your 2-burner stove on this part. So I need to make all this happen again, one way or the other. Interior wise, I've got a GMRS radio. I just did this headliner a couple videos back. I've got, no, this door won't open. Of course, the driver's chair is broken. I replaced the ashtray back here. Is this coming up on the camera? Sort of. Should have brought a flashlight. There we go. I replaced the ashtray with this plug-in unit that goes to a inverter underneath the passenger seat, so that the kids in the back have places to charge their devices and things like that. And probably little things here and there I can't think of at the moment, but all of it's got to go over into the new Jeep. So let's take a look at the new Jeep. Then on to the replacement Jeep. It is basically bone stock. It has been meticulously taken care of, though. It is on like a 1-inch lift, 1.5 inch lift. Correction, it is bone stock. I thought it had one of those, well, that might be one of those spacers, like a 1-inch spacer in there, right above, on top of the spring. So, stock or 1-inch lift, but it's got good shocks. It has the Bilstein shocks, and it has Old Man Emu rear leaf springs. Interior wise, it's pretty stock. It is the lighter gray, or gray and black interior instead of mine was all black. It does have the overhead console, which is kind of neat, and it is a 5-speed He did put in extra charging port there. And that's pretty much it. So, oh, no, it's not just it. He did have ham and GMRS radios in this. There's one antenna, and you can see there was another one here. I'm not sure what happened to the roof rails, but it's easy to just take them off mine and bring them over here. In the back, since they're 30-inch tires, you can still fit a spare in the spare tire location. And that's it. Oh, well, guess he's missing that, and I can rob mine. So it's going to be a big project to get everything from one over to this one for sure. It'll likely take me many weeks, honestly, given family and job and all that kind of stuff. But I'll try to film as much as I can as we go along. Partly just to document it for myself. And if you find it enjoyable, hit the like button and let me know. Leave a comment or something. Oh, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already, so you can kind of catch the progress if that interests you. So for now, thanks for watching.